The warning klaxons aboard the UES Hyperion pierced through Commander Diana Reeves' meditation like needles through silk. She was on her feet before the second blast, muscle memory carrying her through her quarters doors toward the bridge. The ship's walls thrummed with an unusual vibration, not the familiar pulse of their quantum drive, but something else. "Status report," she barked as she entered the bridge, her silver-streaked black hair still settling from her sprint. Lieutenant Raj Patel's fingers danced across his sensor station. "Unknown energy signature, Commander. It just appeared off our port bow, massive quantum fluctuations unlike anything in our database." The main view screen showed only empty space, but the sensor overlays painted a different picture, a spiral of energy, invisible to the naked eye but burning bright in quantum space. The Hyperion had been mapping this sector of the Carina Arm for 3 months, searching for any advantage against the relentless Nexus Collective. After 15 years of war, humanity needed something to turn the tide. "Full analysis, Lieutenant." Commander Reeves to Engineering, "Dean, talk to me." Chief Engineer Isabella Yin's voice crackled through the comm, "Whatever it is, it's affecting our quantum field stabilizers. The readings, they're similar to Nexus tech, but orders of magnitude more complex." Reeves studied the spiral pattern. The Nexus Collective had appeared seemingly from nowhere 2 decades ago, their biological mechanical hybrid ships cutting through Earth's defenses like paper. Their demand had been simple: submit to integration or face extinction. Humanity chose to fight. "Life signs?" Reeves asked. "Negative," Raj replied. "But there's a solid mass at the center of the distortion. Approximately 3 kilometers in diameter, composed of unknown materials. Launch a probe." The bridge crew worked in practiced silence as the probe disappeared into the quantum distortion. Moments later, the data began flowing back. Lieutenant Kira Volkov at Tactical let out a low whistle. "Commander, you need to see this. The object, it's artificial. And old. Really old. The decay patterns suggest it's been here for at least 1 million years." Reeves leaned forward. "Can we get visual?" The view screen flickered, showing grainy footage from the probe. A massive structure hung in space, its surface covered in geometric patterns that seemed to shift and flow despite being solid metal. It looked nothing like the organic mechanical aesthetics of Nexus technology. "Energy spike!" Raj shouted. "Something scanning us." Before Reeves could respond, a beam of golden light shot from the structure, enveloping the Hyperion. Screens flickered, and for a moment, Reeves felt like her very atoms were being examined. Then, a voice filled the bridge, not through the comm system, but seemingly from the air itself. It spoke in a language no one recognized, but somehow, they all understood. "Genetic verification complete. Human presence confirmed. Security protocols satisfied. Welcome, inheritors." The structure's surface began to shift, panels sliding away to reveal an entrance large enough for the Hyperion to pass through. Inside, lights flickered to life, illuminating what appeared to be a docking bay. "What just happened?" Kira asked, her hand hovering over the tactical controls. Reeves straightened her uniform. "I think, we just got invited in." She tapped her comm, "All hands, this is the commander. Battle stations. Whatever we found, we're not the only ones looking for advantages in this war. Tactical, full defensive screen. Engineering, prepare for emergency quantum jump if needed." The Hyperion glided forward, its sensors probing the ancient structure. As they passed through the entrance, additional chambers became visible, vast halls filled with technology beyond human understanding. "Commander," Raj called out, his voice tense. Long-range sensors just picked up quantum distortions. 3 Nexus vessels, bearing 047 Mark 183. They'll be here in 20 minutes. Reeves nodded grimly. Whatever this place is, the Nexus must have detected its activation. Get our science teams ready for immediate deployment. We need to understand what we found before they get here. As the Hyperion settled into the docking bay, the structure's internal systems continued to activate. Holographic displays sprang to life, showing star maps and technical diagrams that spanned millennia. And everywhere, one symbol repeated, a spiral pattern that matched the quantum distortion that had led them here. "Commander," Isabella's voice came through the comm, excitement breaking through her usual professional tone. "These readings, this isn't just a cache or a base. This is a weapon facility. And based on the power signatures, whatever they built here makes our quantum torpedoes look like firecrackers." Reeves watched as more systems activated, each one bringing new revelations. They had 20 minutes to understand technology that had waited a million years to be found. 20 minutes before they either gained the means to save humanity or lost it to the Nexus forever. "Launch our defense drones," she ordered. "And get me our best science team. We're about to raid the most powerful armory in the galaxy." As her crew rushed to comply, Reeves studied the ancient symbols flowing across the screens. After 15 years of watching human colonies fall to the Nexus, of seeing Earth's forces pushed back despite every sacrifice, they had finally found something that could change everything. The ancient facilities halls echoed with the boots of the Hyperion science teams as they raced against time. Commander Reeves strode alongside Dr. Marcus Blackwood, the ship's lead xenotechnologist, his dark skin illuminated by the facility's pulsing blue lights. 15 minutes until Nexus contact, Lieutenant Raja's voice echoed through their comms. "Their quantum signatures are getting stronger." Marcus pointed his scanner at a floating holographic display. "These systems, they're not just weapons, Commander. They're something far more sophisticated. Look at this." The hologram shifted, showing what appeared to be a three-dimensional map of the galaxy, but with strange distortions and connections that shouldn't exist. Points of light connected across impossible distances, forming a web of something. "That's the quantum field network," Isabella Yin's voice came through as she joined them, her tools floating in a gravity manipulation field around her. "But it's not like anything we've seen before. The Nexus uses quantum fields for FTL travel and communications. This is manipulating the quantum field itself." A deep vibration ran through the facility, and new chambers opened around them. Inside, massive machines hummed to life, their purpose still unclear. Reeves felt a chill run down her spine as she realized the scale of what they'd discovered. "Commander." Kira's urgent voice cut through the calm, "We've got movement from the structure itself. It's changing configuration." Through the facility's transparent walls, Reeves watched as entire sections of the structure began to shift and transform. What had appeared to be a simple space station was revealing itself to be something far more complex. 12 minutes to Nexus contact, Raj updated. "Their approach vector suggests they know exactly what this place is." Marcus's scanner beeped urgently. "Commander, I've managed to decode some of the facility's data banks. This isn't just a weapon cache, it's a quantum field manipulation center. The ancient civilization that built this, they found a way to manipulate the fundamental forces that hold spacetime together." "And the Nexus?" Reeves asked, already suspecting the answer. "They're using a crude version of the same technology. That's why their ships can interface with organic matter, why they can't be stopped by conventional weapons. But this facility..." Marcus gestured at the transforming structure around them. "This is the original. The source." Another alert blared through the facility. More chambers were opening, revealing rows of what looked like stasis pods. Inside each one, crystalline structures pulsed with energy. "Integration protocols initiated," the facility's voice announced. "Preparing primary quantum core for activation. Warning, detected hostile quantum signatures approaching. Defense systems online." Isabella rushed to a control panel, her hands flying over the alien interface. "Commander, the facility is preparing for something big. These energy readings, they're off the charts. But there's a problem, the quantum core is damaged. If we try to activate it at full power. 10 minutes to Nexus contact, Raj interrupted. They're accelerating. Reeves studied the transforming facility, her mind racing. What are our options? We could try to download the weapon schematics, Marcus suggested. Take what we can and run. No time, Isabella countered. The data volume is massive. We'd need hours. But. She hesitated. There might be another way. The facility's integration protocols, they're designed to merge with a host vessel. If we allowed it to integrate with the Hyperion. Absolutely not, Lieutenant Commander Viktor Petrov's voice cut in from the bridge. We've all seen what Nexus integration does to ships and crews. We can't risk it. But Reeves was already moving to the central control platform. This isn't Nexus tech, Victor. This is what they copied, what they perverted. Isabella, what would integration give us? Access to the quantum manipulation systems, at least partially. Maybe enough to fight back. But Commander, the power requirements, it would burn out our engines in minutes. 8 minutes to Nexus contact, Raj reported. They've launched long-range quantum torpedoes. The facility shuddered as its defensive screens activated, deflecting the first wave of torpedo strikes. Through the transparent walls, Reeves could see the approaching Nexus ships, massive biological mechanical hybrids that looked like predatory sea creatures swimming through space. Start the integration, Reeves ordered. All hands, prepare for quantum field manipulation. Engineering, divert all power to the integration systems. Tactical, plot us a course through the Nexus line. Warning messages flashed across every screen as the facility's systems began connecting to the Hyperion. The ship's quantum drive pulsed erratically as new power conduits formed, linking it to the ancient quantum core. Integration at 20%, Isabella reported. Structural integrity holding, but our power grid is barely containing the energy flow. Multiple quantum signatures detected. Raj shouted. More Nexus ships entering the system. They're trying to surround us. The facility's walls became transparent, giving them a full view of space around them. 7 Nexus vessels now approached, their organic hulls writhing with weapon emplacements. They moved with perfect coordination, cutting off every escape route. Integration at 40%, Isabella continued. Commander, the quantum core is destabilizing. We need to complete the process before it collapses. Reeves watched as crystalline structures began growing along the Hyperion's hull, merging ancient technology with human engineering. The ship's systems flickered as they adapted to power flows they were never designed to handle. Nexus ships entering weapons range, Kira reported. They're charging their main guns. Integration at 60%. Commander. Isabella's voice was strained. The quantum core, it's not just weapons. It's showing me patterns. Connections. The Nexus ships. I can see how they're linked. Reeves felt it too, a new awareness spreading through the ship. The quantum field wasn't just a medium for FTL travel, it was a fundamental layer of reality, one that the ancient builders had learned to manipulate at will. All hands, she ordered, her voice steady despite the chaos around them. Prepare for emergency quantum jump. But not away from the Nexus ships. We're jumping straight through their line. That's impossible, Victor protested. Their quantum fields would tear us apart. Not with this technology, Isabella countered. Commander. I think I understand now. The ancient builders didn't just make weapons. They made keys to unlock the quantum field itself. Integration at 80%, Marcus reported. Commander, you need to see this. The facility's database, it's showing us what really happened to the builders. But before he could explain, the Nexus ships opened fire. Beams of quantum-enhanced energy lanced toward the Hyperion, only to be absorbed by the crystalline structures growing across its hull. Integration complete, the facility announced. Quantum core online. Warning, core stability at critical levels. Recommend immediate action. Reeves took a deep breath, feeling the ancient technology pulse through her ship like a second heartbeat. They had minutes before the quantum core failed, taking the facility and probably the Hyperion with it. But in those minutes, they had the power to reshape the very fabric of spacetime. All hands, she ordered, battle stations. Let's show the Nexus what the real masters of quantum technology can do. The Hyperion's engines flared with impossible energy as they prepared to jump. Around them, the facility began to collapse, its purpose fulfilled. Ahead, the Nexus ships moved to intercept, unaware that they were about to face something far beyond their understanding. Reality twisted as the Hyperion executed its quantum jump. The ship didn't so much move through space as rewrite it, the ancient technology allowing them to manipulate the quantum field in ways that defied conventional physics. Through the view screens, the crew watched as space itself seemed to fold around them. Jump successful, Raj reported, his voice filled with awe. We're everywhere and nowhere at once. The quantum field readings are off the scale. The Nexus ship's formation shattered as the Hyperion phased through their defensive line, leaving crystalline trails in quantum space. But instead of pursuing, the alien vessels held position, their organic hulls rippling with what almost looked like fear. They're transmitting something, Kira announced from Tactical. It's different from their usual communications. More desperate. Commander Reeves steadied herself against her command chair as new information flooded through the ship's enhanced sensors. The integration hadn't just given them weapons, it had given them understanding. Through the quantum field, she could see the true nature of their enemies. They're not what we thought they were, Isabella's voice came through, trembling with revelation. The Nexus ships, they're not attacking us. They're trying to contain us. Marcus rushed onto the bridge, his tablet displaying ancient symbols from the facility's database. Commander, I've decoded more of the historical records. The Nexus Collective, they're not conquerors. They're wardens. The quantum core pulsed, sending waves of energy through the ship's new crystalline structures. Through them, Reeves could see patterns in the quantum field that had always been there but had remained invisible to human sensors. The galaxy was webbed with ancient quantum networks, power flows, and barriers. Full stop, she ordered. Let's hear what they have to say. The main screen flickered as the Nexus transmission was decoded through their enhanced systems. The image that appeared wasn't the usual mechanical interface but a being of pure energy, its form barely contained within the quantum field. You don't understand what you've done, the being spoke, its voice resonating through quantum space. The integration protocols were locked away for a reason. The builders, they nearly destroyed everything. Reeves stepped forward. Explain. 1,000,000 years ago, the builders discovered quantum field manipulation. They thought they could ascend, become beings of pure energy and consciousness. But their experiments began to tear reality apart. We, the Nexus, were created to contain their technology, to prevent anyone else from following their path. Around the Hyperion, space rippled as the quantum core's instability grew. The crystalline structures were spreading, not just through the ship but through the quantum field itself. The integration, Isabella called out in alarm. It's not just changing the ship anymore. It's changing us. Our quantum signatures are becoming like the builders. Emergency alerts blared as crew members reported strange phenomena throughout the ship. People passing through walls, thoughts being shared across decks, time flowing differently in different sections. You must shut it down, the Nexus being pleaded. Your biology, your technology, they're catalyzing the transformation faster than the builders ever did. If it continues, you'll create a cascade reaction through the quantum network. Reality itself will unravel. Victor's voice cut through the chaos. Commander, structural integrity is failing. The quantum field distortions are spreading to our basic atomic structure. We're we're losing cohesion. Reeves watched as her own hand briefly phased through her command console. The power of the builders was transforming them, just as it had transformed the ancient civilization. But the price? Show me, she demanded of the Nexus being. Show me what really happened to the builders. The viewscreen erupted with images from 1,000,000 years ago. A civilization achieving godlike power, their bodies becoming pure energy, their consciousness spreading through the quantum field. But then came the horror, reality tearing apart as their ascension created quantum storms that devoured entire galaxies. The builders, in their last act of sanity, creating the Nexus to contain their technology and prevent others from following their path to catastrophic evolution. That's why you've been attacking Earth, Reeves realized. You saw our quantum technology developing and tried to stop us before we found this. Containment was our purpose, the being confirmed. We could not risk another ascension event. But now. Commander. Raj shouted. The quantum core's destabilization is accelerating. The transformation is spreading to nearby systems. At this rate, we have minutes before it goes critical. Through the enhanced sensors, Reeves could see it happening. The quantum field was unraveling around them, reality breaking down as the ancient technology tried to transform them into something beyond physical existence. The power was intoxicating, the knowledge incredible, but the cost. Isabella, she called out. Can we reverse the integration? Yes, but. Commander, the knowledge we're gaining, the power, we could change everything. We're changing too much, Reeves replied, watching as another crew member phased through a bulkhead. This isn't evolution, it's destruction. Begin reversal procedures. The Nexus ships held position, their organic hulls pulsing in sync with the quantum field distortions. They weren't attacking anymore, they were containing the spread of the transformation, using their own quantum technology to stabilize local spacetime. Reversal initiated, Isabella reported, her voice heavy with both relief and regret. But Commander. I saved some of the data. Not the transformation protocols, but other quantum field manipulations. Things we can use without risking ascension. Reeves nodded as reality began to stabilize around them. The crystalline structures started to recede, taking their godlike power with them but leaving behind enough knowledge to change the course of the war, not through destruction, but through understanding. Nexus Command, she addressed the energy being. We understand now. But this war between us, it needs to end. Not with our submission, but with cooperation. We have seen what you truly are, and you have seen that humanity can make the right choice when faced with ultimate power. The being's form flickered as it processed her words. Around them, the quantum field began to calm, the tears in reality healing as the ancient technology powered down. But the knowledge remained, and with it, the possibility of a different future. The Hyperion's bridge hummed with transformed technology, a hybrid of human engineering and salvaged quantum science that walked the line between power and safety. 2 weeks had passed since their encounter with the ancient builder's facility, and everything had changed. Status report on the quantum dampening field, Commander Reeves ordered, studying the new displays that showed reality in layers normal human eyes were never meant to see. Isabella's voice came through the enhanced comm system, now capable of transmitting not just sound but quantized emotional contexts. Field is stable, Commander. The Nexus engineer's modifications are holding. We can manipulate the quantum field without risking ascension effects. Through the view screen, Reeves watched as human and Nexus ships worked together in an unprecedented joint operation. The organic mechanical vessels of the collective moved in perfect formation with Earth's fleet, their combined technologies establishing a new network of quantum field stabilizers throughout the sector. Another transmission from Earth Command, Lieutenant Raj announced. They're still processing the peace negotiations. Reeves allowed herself a small smile. I imagine they are. 2 decades of war ending because we almost destroyed the universe, it's not the resolution anyone expected. The ship's quantum sensors detected a familiar energy pattern moments before a Nexus transmission manifested. The being of pure energy that had become their primary contact, now known to them as Observer Prime, appeared on the bridge through a controlled quantum projection. The stabilization network is performing beyond expectations, Observer Prime communicated, its energy form rippling with approval. Your species' ability to adapt and innovate, it continues to surprise us. That's humanity for you, Reeves responded. Though I have to admit, having access to your quantum engineering expertise has helped. Dr. Marcus? Marcus stepped forward from his new science station, his uniform now bearing both Earth Force and Nexus insignia. The combination of our approaches is revolutionary. Humanity's tendency to experiment paired with the Nexus's deep understanding of quantum field stability, we're achieving things neither of our civilizations could manage alone. An alert pulsed through the quantum field, not an emergency, but an important notification. Another test was ready. All stations, Reeves announced, prepare for controlled quantum jump. Let's see what our new hybrid drive can do. The Hyperion's engines powered up, but unlike the dangerous integration of 2 weeks ago, this energy was controlled, refined. The ship's new quantum core, designed jointly by human and Nexus engineers, hummed with stable power. Jump coordinates locked, Raj reported. The Nexus fleet is in position to monitor quantum field stability. Reeves took her command chair, feeling the subtle vibrations of bridge technologies working in harmony. Execute jump. The Hyperion slipped through spacetime like a needle through fabric, leaving no tear, no disruption. The quantum field bent smoothly around them, guided by human intuition and Nexus wisdom. When they emerged, they had crossed 1,000 light-years in seconds, without risking reality's integrity. Jump successful, Isabella's voice held barely contained excitement. All systems nominal. The quantum field is stable. We did it, we've created safe long-range quantum travel. Observer Prime's form pulsed with what Reeves had learned to recognize as satisfaction. This is only the beginning. Your species' unique perspective, you see possibilities where we saw only dangers. Together, we can unlock the quantum field's potential without risking ascension. But before celebrations could begin, new alerts flashed across the quantum sensors. Raja's hands flew over his console, his expression turning grave. Commander, we're detecting massive quantum disturbances from unexplored space. The pattern, it's similar to the Builder's technology, but different. More, evolved. The view screen shifted, showing a region of space where reality itself seemed to be folding. Through their enhanced sensors, they could see quantum fields twisting in impossible ways. Analysis, Reeves demanded, standing from her chair. Marcus worked his station frantically. It's not the Builders. The quantum signature is newer, perhaps only a few thousand years old. Commander. I think we've found another civilization that discovered quantum manipulation. But they found a different path. Observer Prime's form flickered with concern. Impossible. We monitored all developing civilizations, contained quantum technology wherever it emerged. Unless they developed in the spaces between your monitoring networks, Isabella finished. In the quantum blind spots. Through the quantum sensors, they watched as the distortion grew. Something was emerging, not ships, not beings of pure energy, but something in between. A civilization that had found balance between physical form and quantum ascension. They're transmitting, Kira announced. The language it's structured in quantum patterns. The message decoded itself through their hybrid systems. To those who walk the edge of ascension, we have waited long for others to find the middle path. We are the equilibrium, and we offer you a choice. Reeves shared a look with Observer Prime, both understanding the magnitude of this moment. They had thought finding balance between human and Nexus was their greatest challenge. Now they faced something far more profound, a civilization that had achieved what both the Builders and the Nexus thought impossible. Open a channel, Reeves ordered. This wasn't just first contact, this was a glimpse of a possible future, one where technology and transcendence found harmony. The beings of the equilibrium manifested in the Hyperion's quantum-enhanced conference room as shimmering forms that existed in multiple states simultaneously, both physical and energy, matter and consciousness. Their appearance was a testament to what humanity and the Nexus could become. "Your journey mirrors our own," spoke the equilibrium leader, its form shifting between crystalline structure and pure quantum energy. "We too found the Builder's legacy. We too faced the choice between physical existence and ascension." Commander Reeves sat at the conference table, Observer Prime's energy form hovering beside her, a symbol of the unlikely alliance between humanity and their former enemies. Around them, the room's quantum sensors displayed the true nature of their visitors, beings who had mastered the quantum field without being consumed by it. "You found another way," Isabella said, her engineer's mind already racing with possibilities. "A way to evolve without destroying reality itself." The builders sought to abandon their physical form entirely, another equilibrium being explained, its voice resonating through quantum space. The Nexus chose to suppress quantum evolution completely. Both paths were extremes. "We discovered that the truth lies in synthesis." Marcus's sensors were recording everything, but even their enhanced technology struggled to fully comprehend the equilibrium's nature. "Your quantum signature, it's stable. You've achieved quantum consciousness while maintaining physical form." "How?" The equilibrium leader gestured, and the room filled with holographic displays showing their civilization's evolution. "We learned to grow with the quantum field, not force ourselves into it. Our bodies adapted naturally over generations, our technology evolved in harmony with our biology. We became part of the quantum fabric of reality rather than trying to transcend it entirely." Observer Prime's form pulsed with what Reeves now recognized as deep thought. "Our entire purpose, containing quantum technology to prevent ascension, perhaps we were wrong. Not about the danger, but about the solution." "Your caution was not misplaced," the equilibrium leader assured them. "The path to equilibrium is long and fraught with danger. Many civilizations have destroyed themselves attempting to rush the process. But together..." The being's form shifted, highlighting the unique qualities of both human and Nexus technology. "Together, you have already begun walking the middle path without realizing it." Reeves stood, approaching the quantum displays. "Our hybrid technology. The way we've combined human innovation with Nexus stability." "Yes," the equilibrium being confirmed. "Your alliance has accidentally discovered the first steps toward true quantum evolution. Not the violent ascension of the builders, not the rigid suppression of the Nexus, but a gradual, controlled advancement of both consciousness and form." Through the Hyperion's enhanced sensors, they could see the truth of these words. Their hybrid quantum technology was already changing them in subtle ways, enhancing their perception, allowing deeper connection with the quantum field, but maintaining their essential nature. "We offer you guidance," the equilibrium leader continued. "Not control, not dominance, but partnership. Your two civilizations together have the potential to achieve what we have, perhaps even to surpass us. But the choice must be yours." Isabella spoke up, her voice filled with cautious hope. "The quantum field modifications we've made to the Hyperion, they're not just about faster travel or better weapons, are they? They're preparation for something larger. The first steps toward controlled quantum evolution," Marcus realized. "Our bodies and minds adapting gradually to deeper quantum integration." Observer Prime's form shifted closer to Reeves. "This is beyond our original purpose. The Nexus was created to prevent change, to maintain stability. But perhaps that was too limiting a vision." Reeves looked around the room, at her human crew, at their Nexus allies, at these beings who represented a possible future for both civilizations. The decision they made here would affect not just humanity and the Nexus collective, but the very course of evolution in their part of the galaxy. "We accept your guidance," she said finally. But we'll move forward at our own pace, maintaining the balance we've found between our civilizations. The Equilibrium Leaders' forum resonated with approval. Wise. The path to quantum evolution cannot be rushed. It must be walked step by step, with full awareness of each change, each adaptation. As if in response to these words, the Hyperion's quantum core pulsed, its hybrid technology already beginning to adapt to this new understanding. Throughout the ship, subtle changes were taking place, not the dangerous transformations they had experienced with the Builder's technology, but small, controlled evolutions. We are not here to replace the Builders or to override the Nexus, the Equilibrium Leader concluded. We are here to show you a path, one that embraces both change and stability, both physical form and quantum potential. The future belongs to those who can walk between worlds. The conference room filled with quantum patterns as the Equilibrium beings shared their first lessons, not weapon designs or ascension protocols, but ways to understand the quantum field as an extension of natural existence. It was the beginning of a journey that would transform both humanity and the Nexus, not into gods or energy beings, but into something new, something balanced. As Reeves watched her crew begin to absorb these first teachings, she understood that they had found something far greater than a weapon to end their war. They had discovered a way forward that honored both what they were and what they could become. The stars themselves seemed to shine differently through the quantum field now, not as distant points of light, but as parts of an interconnected whole that they were finally beginning to understand. The age of isolation was over. The age of equilibrium had begun. All hands, she announced, her voice carrying through both physical and quantum space. Set course for Earth. We have a new future to build. The Hyperion's engines hummed with hybrid power as they prepared to jump. Behind them, the Equilibrium beings watched with ancient wisdom. Ahead lay a path no one had expected, not conquest, not transcendence, but evolution through balance. The war that had begun with fear of the unknown would end with understanding of the infinite. And in that understanding, both humanity and the Nexus would find not just peace, but purpose. The quantum field rippled as the Hyperion jumped toward home, carrying with it the seeds of a revolution not in weapons or power, but in the very nature of existence itself. The end was just the beginning, last edited 7 minutes ago.